Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and in today's video we're going to look at the latest on the heat wave that is arriving through the rest of today, lasting perhaps until the middle of next week, and of course looking at the risk of severe thunderstorms in places over the coming days as well. They're not going to be widespread, but where they do occur, we could be seeing some big issues, as there is a lot of energy around in the atmosphere as those temperatures do rise above 30 degrees in many locations. So we'll start on the live radar, looking at what's going on at the moment. We'll look at some of the latest observations for the temperatures as for around 11 a.m. We'll look at the weather warnings as they have been altered by the Met Office. No upgrades, no amber warning issued, but we have seen, especially the warning today, has been upgraded in terms of its extent and it's been extended for its end point as well. We'll also look at the warning tomorrow, as we do have more thunderstorms around. We'll have a look at Convective Weather, which is an independent site looking at the risk of thunderstorms there as well, looking at where they think the biggest risk will be, because they have a severe warning out from them. And then we'll also have a look at some of the raw model data, look at the UKV, look at the WRF, and look at the Rome run, and finish up just looking at the ensembles to see what sort of pattern we could be seeing as we head into the longer term. But I do want to concentrate on the short term issues. I think that's what most people are here for, really looking at the hot weather and the thunderstorm risk over the next few days. So do remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and subscribe, and remember to follow me on Twitter as well, the link's in the description. So if we do start on the live radar, you can see for the first time in a number of weeks, we actually seen quite a large area of rainfall through southwest England, sort of hitting the far southwest coast of Wales and through large areas of the Republic of Ireland. Now you may look at this and think this looks like a weather front, but these are actually decaying thunderstorms that are along an area of instability. As we have a low pressure sat out in the Atlantic, got a bit of an occluded front, instability, convergence zones, whatever you want to call it, out here, and that has produced big thunderstorms over northern France. And as they head into the the more stable air that has been over the UK in the last few days, they have decayed away just to generally areas of rain. And we thought this was going to happen. There was the risk that some of these could have stayed lively, but as of late morning, these areas are just seeing some heavier rain. Again, pretty localised, again, only really a few spots in southwest England, the far southwest coast of Wales, and spotty through parts of the Republic of Ireland. It will decay away through the day, but still seeing some moderate to heavy rainfall there. Elsewhere, it's a stunning morning, and will continue to be a stunning afternoon. But around the 1, 2, 3 p.m. point, we're expecting severe thunderstorms to start to pop off somewhere from London towards Bristol up towards the northwest. This sort of triangle area we're expecting thunderstorms to initiate. And the current data, both from the Met Office and from Convective Weather, we'll have a look at the biggest risk for severe thunderstorms, perhaps the West Midlands, Northwest England, and North Wales. This region here could be seeing the biggest storms through the late afternoon into the early evening time. Could see a lot of rainfall and some frequent lightning, and the potential for some big hail as well. But again, those sort of micro details are very difficult to forecast, even at the best of times. Now, if we do put on the temperatures, as of just before about midday, you can see hot conditions starting to take over, especially for eastern areas. Again, the far west seeing more of that cloud and rain from the decaying thunderstorms, will always have those temperatures held down a bit. But as that rain does clear through the afternoon, we are likely to see temperatures rise there as well, towards the mid-20s. But we will be seeing temperatures rise widely through England to around the 30-degree mark. Could be as high as 32 or 33. Again, sceptical about how high it will get, but definitely 30 degrees looks like it will be cracked today. Now, the reason for this is, the reason why I think that is because if we go over to the net weather, we can see the max temperatures from the various weather stations. Again, these are not all the weather stations, but these weather stations they get data from. And you can see as of 11 a.m, the current observations are widely 25 to 28 degrees. Again, the London area, Northolt and London Gatwick seeing 28 degrees. So highly likely, at least a few of these stations will get well above 30 degrees. So 30 degrees looks very likely now. Again, we're not seeing any thunderstorms triggering yet. That's be the only limiting factor. And when they do occur, they will cool temperatures down, but it should be fairly localised. We will still see that 30 degrees probably around 1 or 2 p.m. So do check out the Net Weather, or of course Met Office will put a post probably out later as they do their daily update. And you'll be able to see what the top temperature of the day is. Looking at the current data, I think somewhere around that 32 or perhaps around the 33 is possible. But of course, we will just have to see. But if we do go over to the weather warnings now, we've got a thunderstorm warning issued for many areas. Whole of Wales, western parts of England stretching towards the London area, up towards northwest England as well. From 2 p.m, it's been extended out to 10:30. Again, we'll run through this quickly as we have been looking at this for the last couple of days, but it has been updated this morning, so that's why we'll have a little bit more detailed look today than we did yesterday. So whilst many places will remain largely dry, thunderstorms with heavy rain and hail are likely to develop in some places on Saturday afternoon. The warning area has been extended northwards and across more northwest England. That's where we think more of the bullseye point for the biggest storms and the most severe storms will be. The text has been updated to suggest a likely focus towards the west and end time slightly extended. Again, look at the further details. Again, high temperatures across England and Wales on Saturday are likely to trigger a scattering of showers and thunderstorms, perhaps with the focus towards the west of the warning zone. Could be 30 to 40 millimetres, and areas that are affected by multiple showers could see 60 millimetres. And again, many areas in the warning zone will remain dry, but where the scattered thunderstorms will occur, they will be fairly severe. High impact, low likelihood. From looking at the latest data, I do think there definitely is a warrant for an amber warning where they do occur, but the Met Office can't issue an amber warning because of the uncertainty with this. The impact's definitely warranted of an amber warning, but the likelihood is way too low, way too uncertain where the exact pinpoint area will occur. So that's why we will not be seeing an amber warning issued for this, and it's pretty unlikely we'll see an amber warning issued at all over the next sort of 3 or 4 days, even though there will be severe thunderstorms because of the nature of the warning matrix. The likelihood will never be high enough to be seeing any amber warning issued. But again, if you are in these regions, you most likely will see a very nice day. You probably will see some cumulonimbus clouds out there. If we see a few supercells, we are nowhere in for a wild evening. But most likely you'll see quite a few cumulus clouds and cumulonimbus clouds, thunderstorm clouds around, and some of you may see some rain, and a small proportion of you will see some thunderstorms, perhaps some big thunderstorms. So do stay aware, do have a good day, but do keep an eye on the live radar. And of course, the best way to know if thunderstorms on your way is to simply look at the sky, because of course the radar does lag by 10 to 20 minutes, and the thunderstorms can do a lot in 10 to 20 minutes, whether that's increase in size, increase in intensity, or completely degrade away. So that's where the best thing to do really in this situation, if you're outside enjoying your day, is just to look up to the sky, look up to the south or the southeast. That's generally where the wind direction is coming from, to see what is heading your way. If you look at Sunday, still got a big thunderstorm warning, and again has been updated. Northern Ireland has been removed, while parts of Moray, Mid and West Lothian are now included, so extended for more parts of Scotland. Again, we're thinking a big scattering of thunderstorms once again from midday tomorrow until 9 p.m. Again, I'm seeing a bit of a consistency from the WRF especially, and perhaps the Arome run for some big severe thunderstorms, perhaps through the East Midlands, a bit of convergence zone appearing there. We did see it yesterday, we're seeing it again today. Again, another area to keep an eye on, that could be the bullseye region for the biggest storms tomorrow. But once again, very similar warning, 30 to 40 millimetres an hour, could be 60 millimetres where showers do align, high impact, low likelihood. Now, if you move to the convective weather, don't normally use this site. Normally do have a look, of course, at their Twitter account. So do check out their Twitter, just convective weather. Very, very useful. Again, it is mainly for thunderstorms, not really for much else. But in these sort of summery months, it's very good, as they do post, whenever there is a risk of any heavy showers and thunderstorms, they do post updates using their warning matrix. And you can see here, most of the UK is actually covered by a low convective outlook warning today. A slight warning issues parts of Western Ireland, most of Western England, into parts of southern and eastern England up towards Scotland. That's generally where we're seeing the yellow warning for that southern extent. And then we've got a severe warning. Again, this is more of a bracketed area where there could be severe thunderstorms. That's actually pretty much the yellow warning we do have. And then you can see the bullseye area of moderate and high chance of severe thunderstorms in the northwest. As I said, North Wales, West Midlands into northwest England could be seeing the biggest thunderstorm from today. And again, they do have a very detailed description here of all their different risks of the potential amount of rainfall, looking at hail, looking at all the different cape levels. So do check this out if you are interested more in the thunderstorms. Again, I won't be reading through this. If you want to know the details, go over to their website. It'll take a bit too long to go through this on the video. But of course, you can see here something that we have highlighted that they do look at here. While nocturnal cooling at the surface occurs through the evening and night, substantial cape will persist, given existing deep mixed layer in the low to mid levels with strengthening 600 to 800 php through the evening. And this will affect more rapidly towards the Irish Sea. And that's why we've been saying that these thunderstorms could last into the evening. So just an example of where they do go into a bit more detail, and again, they even talk about elevated thunderstorms during regions, and yeah. Could be very, very interesting to have a look at this description, and of course the following descriptions for the next few days, as if you are very much into your thunderstorm. So do check this out if you're interested. But again, just another website highlighting where the biggest risk for thunderstorms is today. So if you look at the raw model data now, looking over to the UKV, now you can see as we head through this afternoon that heavy rain in the far west should slowly break apart, especially for the southwest of England, but could linger through parts of the Republic of Ireland with a bit more rain and cloud there. And you see thunderstorms start to trigger around midday 1 p.m. So pretty much as I'm recording this, the models do have cumulonimbus clouds starting to break out and some thunderstorms starting to occur around eastern and southern England, but they really only get going in parts of the West Midlands and then could take off this evening and late afternoon to the northwest of England. You could see the colours start to reduce in reds around that sort of 5 p.m. point. That's when they could start to degrade away, turn to more elevated storms and turn to more areas of rain. So UKV not playing it up too much. Definitely showing scattered thunderstorms, but not showing anything too severe. Definitely, as we'll see from the other models in a minute, UKV is definitely the more of the pessimistic model in terms of severe thunderstorms, especially given the Met Office warnings and the convective weather warnings. It does look likely to be pretty wild in the northwest, much more than if you just looked at this individual chart would make out to be. Through the evening, the rain could continue in the north, and again, elevated storms and continuation of heavy rain there as cape levels do remain high through the evening. As we head into tomorrow morning, we could see a few showers in places, a bit more cloud around, but still is going to be a very hot day, with those thunderstorms starting to trigger around midday. Quite widely as well through England, Wales, up towards Scotland as well. And again, the pinpoint area I do think there could be this most severe thunderstorms is from London through to the East Midlands. That's what we're seeing from some of the other models as well. And you can see here some clusters of storms. But again, more of a widespread storm risk today. Again, clustering appearing towards East Midlands, London, southwest England, into parts of Wales, northern England and Scotland. As we head into Monday, could be another risk of some more severe thunderstorms. Even overnight, we could still see the risk. And into Monday afternoon, again, some more storms breaking out, especially during western regions. Again, like to see another yellow thunderstorm warning issued for this, as again, looks like another lively day. But again, scattered storms, no multi-celled systems, no huge widespread outbreaks, just scattered, and when they do occur, pretty severe. Thunderstorm risk does continue into Tuesday, but more across southern Ireland and western Scotland, as we do see ridge of high pressure build in, and it does reduce that risk, so things could remain very warm, if not hot, as we head into the middle of next week. Still temperatures into the high 20s, maybe touching 30 degrees, but actually turning quite a bit dry. So the thunderstorm risk should reduce substantially from Wednesday onwards. If you look at max temperatures, again today looking widely at high 20s or low 30s. Here we're seeing around 31 degrees, the top temperature, maybe locally 32, and I said earlier, could see a rounded 33. But as I said, 31, 32 looks pretty much bang on, especially with the live observations we saw at the start of the video. Into tomorrow could be slightly warmer, in fact, in eastern regions, could see a 31 or even a 32 appearing here around that 2 or 3 p.m. point. again, will primarily occur where we avoid the thunderstorms. Further westwards, you can see isolated sort of 28, 29, but many areas more towards the 24, 25, and that's where we're seeing thunderstorms occur. Into Monday, another hot day in many regions. High 20s, touching 30 degrees, so maybe a degree or two cooler, but still another stunning hot day of this heat wave. And then finally, as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, again, another very hot day. Again, the hottest temperatures are migrated further westwards here. Eastwards cut off a little bit. That could be the sign that the wind direction is slightly altering with more of an easterly flow, so turning slightly cooler in the east. But another very nice day. And as we head into Wednesday, as I said, it's going to be a lot drier on Wednesday. Temperature's not quite as high, widely 28 to 30, so slightly cooler, but still very hot for sort of average temperatures. Still incredibly hot, still heat wave thresholds in many regions, but a lot drier and a lot better out there with no cloud and no thunderstorms. Now, if we do move over to the WRF, have another look at the risk of thunderstorms. We do start on the Cape levels. Again, Cape exploding around that midday 1 p.m. point. Very high Cape levels, especially through Wales, the West Midlands into northwest England. That's where we could see the biggest thunderstorms occur. Cape continues through the evening, and that's why the thunderstorm risk continues. Again, not quite as high, but it could maintain the heavy rain associated with them, and still could see some thunderstorms breaking out at points. As we head into tomorrow afternoon, could see again some more big thunderstorms breaking out during the afternoon. Again, it's that sliver down East Midlands down to South East England. Again, WRF appearing here, perhaps for some more severe storms. Again, we'll have to very much keep a close eye on it. And then as we head into Monday, more Cape breaking out again during central regions, transitioning perhaps further westwards again. That's where the biggest storms will occur. So yeah, very high Cape levels from the WRF. Seen these Cape levels before, but 3 consecutive days. It is quite a big thunderstorm outbreak we are seeing here. Again, we're not seeing that much lift. We're not seeing any low pressure associated with this. If we did, we could be in for an even more lively spell. But still, where they do occur, they will be big, and you will know about it. If we do now have a look at the precipitation. The latest 6 o'clock run has actually come out while we've been recording this, so interesting to see what it's showing this afternoon. Again, thunderstorms occurring through the West Midlands up towards northwest England, so still a bit further westwards than other runs are showing, but still showing a big thunderstorm risk. And lasting all the way through the night, with still some orange colours this evening. Could see a second batch of French imports there through central southern England down towards the Isle of Wight, perhaps around the midnight point. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, again, more thunderstorms breaking out, especially that eastern region through the East Midlands down to the London area. Again, some more big storms. And then finally, as we head into Monday, looking at the midnight run now, again, could see some more storms on Monday, but again, more isolated before dissipating away as we head through the evening. If you go over to the Rome now, again, have a look at the thunderstorm risk here. You can see all the rain in the southwest at the moment, continuing through the rest of this morning into the early afternoon. And again, heavy thunderstorms breaking out around 1 or 2 p.m. again, western regions here, and then continuing through the evening up towards northwest England. Again, you can see why the northwest of England, West Midlands, North Wales is the area where we've got the high risk from convective weather, and why it's been highlighted in the Met Office warnings as well. As we head through the evenings, those thunderstorms will continue all the way to 10 or even midnight, eventually clearing northwards, and again, more heavy showers could break out further eastwards. Maybe not severe thunderstorms, but heavy, maybe some isolated thunderstorms, and also a Rome showing some French imports again around midnight. So we've got this first batch of storms that are homegrown through the afternoon, but we could see some import storms through the evening. They're not quite as severe, not dark reds appearing in here, but could give more widespread rain as we head into tomorrow, before we see more thunderstorms break out tomorrow afternoon. Again, that East Midlands down towards the London area, again highlighting the biggest risk of severe storms. So you can see through all the runs, all the warnings, there's going to be a substantial storm risk over the coming days. It is going to be localised. The biggest impact will be in isolated regions, but where it does occur could be pretty dangerous, so make sure you do take care out there. And of course, if you don't see thunderstorms at all, some regions will completely stay away. You could see a few distant storms, but really have no impacts at all. Do go out and enjoy the heat wave we're seeing over the coming days. And do stay safe out there. Make sure you do drink water and wear sunscreen. If you finish by just look at the ensembles, you can see there is a slow decline in upper air temperatures as we head towards the end of next week, but still above average, so still likely to see temperatures around that 25-degree point and holding a couple of degrees above average. The operational run here even goes really hot towards the 16 to 18 degree range, right in the extended range, so just showing you the possibility of hot weather continuing. Still high precipitation in the longer term, so again, risk of low pressure sat to our south and our west, pulling up those southerly winds. Again, this could be a pattern we see recurring through June. If we did see this operational run come off, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw temperatures around that 35-degree range with these upper air temperatures. Remember when we saw 40 degrees last summer, it was in July, so the ground temperatures were hotter, but they are quite hot right now because of the very dry and warm weather we've had recently. But their upper air temperatures got to the low 20s, so a good few degrees behind that, but possibility of 35, 36, or even 37 if we saw those upper air temperatures peak around 18 or 19 degrees. So GFS operational run here, continuing the hot weather through the rest of June, and most ensemble members keeping it above average. So June looking likely to be a very warm, if not hot month, and could be quite lively for thunderstorms, especially the next few days before we get to see a bit of a lull next week. They could reactivate as we head towards the last 10 days of the month. So, right, thanks for watching. Make sure you stay safe out there this weekend, whether it's to do with thunderstorms or to do with the generally hot heatwave conditions. And I'll see you again for another video tomorrow where we'll have a look again at the thunderstorm risk through Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday, as it still is looking quite lively.